This is initiation what we discussed in previous class. Coming to today's class, sigma subunit. RNA polymerase enzyme is there. Enzyme has some subunits. Among them, sigma subunit is a subunit of RNA polymerase. Once initiation is done, then elongation takes place. What happens in elongation? See, elongation. Once initiation is done, there is loss of sigma subunit. Sigma subunit will be released after initiation. Sigma subunit releases. Sigma subunit will be released from the elongation complex, or this is what transcription unit or transcription bubble or open promoter complex. From that open promoter complex or transcription unit, there is release of sigma subunit once initiation is done. That means elongation is carried by an enzyme complex which is called as core enzyme. Core enzyme. Normally this prokaryotic RNA polymerase with all subunits is called as holoenzyme. Holoenzyme means all subunits. What are that all subunits? Alpha, beta 1, beta 2 and sigma. All 5 subunits are present. Then it is called as holoenzyme. And without the sigma subunit, remaining active enzyme. Without sigma subunit, the enzyme will be active. That active enzyme without sigma subunit is called as core enzyme. Elongation is carried by core enzyme. Elongation is carried by core enzyme. For initiation, there is requirement of sigma subunit. Sigma subunit has no function, no role in the elongation step. See now, what happens after this initiation, or what happens during elongation process? Elongation is carried by this RNA polymerase enzyme, core enzyme, I told you, and this core enzyme has 4 subunits. Especially in prokaryotes only, this core enzyme has 4 subunits. Different enzyme. Hello sir, good morning sir. Hello.
సార్ క్లాస్ ఉందా మీకు ఏమన్నా ఇప్పుడు?
అవును సార్, నేను క్లాస్లో
క్లాస్ సరే ఓకే
చెప్పండి సార్.
నాది ఏందో పని చేయట్లేదు జూమ్ యాపా.
ఓ పని చేయండి, పిల్లలు ఉంటారు కదా, పిల్లలు ఎవరినైనా లింక్ క్రియేట్ చేసి పెట్టమని చెప్పి మళ్ళీ జాయిన్ అయిన తర్వాత మిమ్మల్ని హోస్ట్ చేయమని చెప్పండి.
సరే
ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే.
Right. Elongation is carried by core enzyme. Eukaryotic RNA polymerases are different RNA polymerases, but prokaryotic RNA polymerase has that 5 subunits we discussed now. See now what happens in elongation. Elongation usually RNA polymerase enzyme has 2 sites we told. What are that? Initiation site and elongation site. There are 2 sites. Okay, see here, now that elongation process, clearly we will see the process. See, this is what double stranded DNA, where open promoter complex is formed like this, open promoter complex. The strand which is in 5' to 3' of DNA is, could not hear a voice, huh? Audio is not clear. Yeah. Check now. Check now. Now. Yeah. Now also not clear, huh? Wait 1 second. Wait a second. Now?
This is a DNA molecule on which there is synthesis of RNA is taking place. The strand on which polarity is 5' to 3', that is called as coding strand, and the strand with polarity 3' to 5', that is called as template strand. And there is a promoter and promoter open like this, and there was a synthesis of a short RNA fragment. Like this, initiation was done. Initiation was done. You can write this RNA polymerase enzyme like this. Okay, initiation was done. After that, what happens? Usually, this is the polarity of newly synthesizing RNA molecule. Newly synthesizing RNA molecule has 5' to 3' polarity, because the 3' end of that RNA chain provides hydroxyl group. With that hydroxyl group, there is addition of continuous nucleotide. Okay, see what happens after this initiation. Once this initiation is done, here the RNA polymerase will be moving on double-stranded DNA. When RNA polymerase is moving on double-stranded DNA, what happens? Double-stranded DNA is opened into single strands like this. Open promoter complex will be opened. Double-stranded DNA will be opened into single strand. So once there is opening of double-stranded DNA into single strand, there is synthesis of new RNA molecule. New RNA molecules will be synthesized. So that length of RNA chain will be increased. This is RNA chain. Length of RNA chain will be increased, elongated. As the new RNA is synthesizing, the separated single strands what are formed here. Here these are separated single strands. As RNA is following in forward direction, there is a rejoining of that separated single strands again. Separated single strands will rejoin again. That means separated single strands will be rejoined into double-stranded DNA, and 5' to 3' RNA will be there attached. And finally, this will be ending at one side, and a long RNA chain or RNA molecule was being synthesized. Normally, in replication process, what is happening during replication? During replication, double-stranded DNA is opened. The opened double-stranded DNA will be taken into daughter DNA. Opened double-stranded DNA will be taken into daughter DNA because it is a DNA molecule. As it is a DNA molecule, one strand will be shared into one daughter DNA, another strand of parental DNA will be shared into another daughter DNA. But here, the template is DNA, newly synthesizing daughter strand is RNA. As it is DNA molecule and it is RNA molecule, here this DNA molecule will not be taken into newly synthesizing RNA molecule. So instead of that DNA molecule sharing into daughter RNA, new RNA strand is being formed on DNA. But I told you only one strand of double-stranded DNA will be transcribed. Transcription takes place. Transcription takes place for only one strand of DNA. The strand on which transcription is taking place is called as coding DNA. Another strand which is, template DNA or antisense DNA. Antisense DNA. This is what 3' to 5' polarity is there, na? That DNA strand is called as template DNA or antisense DNA. And in the direction of RNA synthesis, the strand or DNA with the 5' to 3' polarity is called as coding strand, coding DNA, or that is also called sense DNA. Sense DNA or coding DNA. Okay, this is fourth step. I will repeat. Wait, see, Siddhi, listen once again. Here, this is what we are calling transcription bubble. Transcription bubble or transcription unit. In transcription unit, there was addition of a primer. Primer is nothing but a oligonucleotide is added. RNA polymerase is replicating or synthesizing its own primer. It can synthesize its own primer. There is no any enzyme needed for the synthesizing primer. No enzyme is required. But in replication, there is need of primase enzyme to synthesize a primer. But here there is no need of primase. Here, once the double-stranded DNA is opened into single strand at promoter complex forming open promoter complex or transcription bubble or open promoter complex is formed. Once there is formation, here from the transcription start signal, RNA polymerase enzyme synthesizes a oligonucleotide chain. A oligonucleotide chain is made with the help of RNA polymerase itself. Okay, then once there is separation of double-stranded DNA is taking place by the movement of RNA polymerase in the direction of that transcription. This is the direction of transcription. In the direction of transcription, the double-stranded DNA is being opened into single strand. It is being opened into single strand. As it is being opened into single strand, new RNA will synthesize elongation. This is a short segment of RNA. Now the length of RNA is increased. That means some more DNA is transcribed. Some more DNA is transcribed. Suppose this is a transcription start site. This is a transcription start site here. And this is a transcription start site. This is a transcription start site. From here, a short segment of RNA was synthesized here. Here, length of RNA is more. That means more amount of DNA was transcribed. More length of DNA was transcribed means DNA is unwinding. RNA polymerase is moving on double-stranded DNA means there is unwinding of template DNA is taking place. Double-stranded DNA will be opened into single strand so that there is synthesis of new RNA molecule and that RNA molecule will be formed now. That RNA molecule what is forming here will be increasing the length. Once a new RNA is synthesized, that separated single strands will rejoin. See here, this is the length of separated single strands here, but here that double-stranded DNA is regenerated. Double-stranded DNA is regenerated means separated single strands will rejoin together. So that there is formation of a new, original parental DNA will regenerate here. Parental DNA will regenerate. And newly formed RNA will be finally released. Around 8 to 10 nucleotides are attached with this DNA. Write down some points for that. Write some points for this transcription. Okay, for elongation you write based on the sequence of nucleotides on template strand, based on the sequence of based on the sequence of nucleotides in the template strand, based on the nucleotide sequence on template strand, four types of ribonucleotide triphosphates, within brackets ATP, GTP, CTP and UTP are polymerized on 3' end of newly forming RNA following complementary rule. Okay. During elongation, next point, a short segment of DNA remains bound to RNA polymerase, remains bound with RNA polymerase. And newly forming RNA. RNA polymerase, next point. In elongation, a short segment of DNA is bound with RNA polymerase and new RNA. A short segment of RNA bound with RNA polymerase and RNA. Next point. RNA polymerase enzyme facilitates unwinding of DNA and makes the availability of templates for new RNA synthesis. Okay. Roughly, otherwise next you can write this point, write another point. As RNA polymerase unwinds DNA in forward direction, RNA polymerase unwinds DNA in forward direction, RNA polymerase unwinds DNA in forward direction. Single strands will rejoin behind transcription bubble. Single strands rejoin behind transcription bubble. That is double-stranded DNA will regenerate. Double-stranded DNA will regenerate. Okay, next point. Roughly 8 to 10 nucleotides. Roughly 8 to 10 nucleotides of DNA bound with RNA in transcription bubble. Okay, that is a simple process, but DNA replication is very complicated, very complex process, but it is a simple process. Then see termination. Here, normally this transcription termination is there, na? Transcription is terminated in two ways. There are two methods of transcription. One is row dependent. Row factor means we should write like this. Row dependent termination. Second one is row independent termination. Like sigma factor, as it is involving in initiation process, for termination there is another factor called as row factor. Row factor is a subunit that is causing this termination. Row factor is another factor. Sigma factor is involving in initiation, right? Similarly, here there is another factor called as row factor. That row factor dependent termination is taking place majorly in prokaryotes. This row factor, what is the function of row factor means? Row factor causes dissociation of RNA polymerase from DNA. It causes Dissociation of RNA polymerase from DNA. RNA polymerase bound with DNA at a transcription unit or a transcription bubble. So when it is bound with a transcription bubble or a transcription unit, RNA polymerase can unwind DNA and it can synthesize new RNA. Like that it is taking place. But Rho factor is another factor which is causing dissociation of RNA polymerase. To the DNA there was binding of RNA polymerase. But RNA polymerase removed from the DNA means when RNA polymerase bond with DNA, then this will take place. What? Transcription will be continued. But when this RNA polymerase is removed from DNA, then transcription will be stopped. This is one thing. Second one is Rho independence. This is what? First one, like Rho dependent. Second one is Rho independent. Rho independent transcription. Rho independent may be like that only, like as replication terminating, as replications termination, here also there may be presence of high GC content or high complexity or due to presence of hairpin loops, like that. When there is presence of hairpin loop structures, write that point. If you write this again, you will get confused. Rho dependent replication means Rho factor causes separation of RNA polymerase from DNA, that is Rho factor dependent. Rho independent means it also may be due to hairpin loop, high GC content, or single-stranded ends on DNA, single-strand DNA end. If DNA is double-stranded, then the one strand will be acting as a coding strand, another one is acting as a template strand. So that transcription is carrying on template strand for the synthesis of new RNA molecule. But when single-stranded DNA is there, there is only single-stranded DNA. Some DNA has a single-stranded ends. Some DNAs may have ends. At ends, there is presence of only single-stranded ends. Single-stranded ends means this is a double-stranded DNA. This double-stranded DNA may have a single-stranded end. Here, transcription will be stopped. Like this, transcription may be terminated. Okay? Right. This is about the termination of transcription. Termination takes place in two methods. One is Rho dependent, Rho independent. Rho factor is responsible for Okay, let us continue. So up to that termination we completed. Termination is two types, row dependent and row independent termination. Okay, row dependent termination is one where row factor is causing dissociation of RNA polymerase from DNA. So termination taking place. Row independent means that is due to some other one. Why did you make Sandeep Charan? No, I didn't make anyone host. Due to network error, I came out from Zoom. So my account came out from the meeting. So when I came out from the meeting due to network error, that Sandeep Charan became host. I think that Sandeep Charan is not listening the class. Just he opened that Zoom meeting, he is keeping a mobile somewhere and he may be playing just for attendance purpose. For attendance only he opened Zoom, he is not listening the class. 5 prime, 3 prime to 5 prime coding only not so. No, in double stranded DNA, 3 prime to 5 prime template is there and 5 prime to 3 prime strand will be coding. 3 prime to 5 prime in the direction of RNA synthesis, the DNA strand in 3 prime to 5 prime direction is a template. Another strand is called coding. That is the difference. Okay. See here, if you see next topic, coming to the enzymes of this transcription. Enzyme. What is the major enzyme responsible for transcription? One and only RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase is an enzyme that is causing transcription of RNA from the DNA. This transcription carrying enzyme what? Polymerase, which is RNA polymerase, right? That RNA polymerase in prokaryotes and eukaryotes we can see two different types of RNA polymerase. No sir. Okay. So this prokaryotic RNA polymerase and second one is eukaryotic RNA polymerase. There are two types of RNA polymerase. Prokaryotic RNA polymerase is there na, that is a holoenzyme. Holoenzyme which is made up of 5 subunits. That 5 subunits are alpha, two identical alpha subunits. Two identical alpha subunits and a beta 1 subunit, a beta 2 subunit and a sigma subunit. So all 5 subunits all together means that is called a holoenzyme. This holoenzyme is responsible for initiation. Especially sigma subunit is responsible for initiation, and active enzyme without all sigma subunits is called as core enzyme. Core enzyme is made up of alpha, beta 1, beta 2. 4 subunits are there in the core enzyme. Okay, this holoenzyme RNA polymerase is same. Yeah, RNA polymerase only. That RNA polymerase has a 5 subunits. Different forms of RNA polymerase. Holoenzyme is one form of RNA polymerase. Core enzyme is another form of RNA polymerase. This one, all this, a single RNA polymerase. What is this? Single RNA polymerase will synthesize 3 types of RNA. What are the 3 types of RNA? mRNA, tRNA and rRNA. All 3 types of RNA are made by single RNA polymerase in prokaryotes. But in eukaryotes there are 3 types of RNA polymerase. RNA polymerases are three types in eukaryotes. What are that RNA polymerases? Simply, RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2 and RNA polymerase 3. RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2 and RNA polymerase 3 are three different RNA polymerases which are present in eukaryotes. But in eukaryotes, there are three different enzymes, right? Three different enzymes will synthesize three different types of RNA molecule. RNA polymerase 1, this makes or this synthesizes, this prepares rRNA, ribosomal RNA. There are three types of RNAs, you know, mRNA, tRNA and rRNA. Okay, mRNA is made from this RNA polymerase 2. Prepare mRNA. Normally this mRNA which is made in eukaryotes is called as hnRNA. hnRNA means heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Heterogeneous nuclear RNA, I will tell you why it is called as heterogeneous nuclear RNA. And RNA polymerase 3, it prepares remaining tRNA. This is very important. In prokaryotes, a single RNA polymerase can synthesize three types of RNAs like mRNA, tRNA and rRNA. But in eukaryotes, to synthesize one type of RNA, there is need of one type of RNA polymerase. mRNA, tRNA, rRNA, all are involving in next translation. Protein synthesis is using these all three types of RNA molecules. Okay, they are all made from one type of RNA polymerase in prokaryotes. But in eukaryotes, to synthesize one type of RNA, there is presence of one type of RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase 1 is preparing ribosomal RNA. RNA polymerase 2 is preparing mRNA. mRNA is also called heterogeneous nuclear RNA. And RNA polymerase 3 is preparing tRNA. Okay. Next, last topic, how is that mRNA is called as heterogeneous RNA and what happens once RNA is made from the DNA. Let us see that. What happens to the RNA after synthesizing from DNA molecule? Here, RNA, what is synthesized from DNA is not ready for next step. It is not ready for next step. What is the next step? Usually, a DNA will be there. Based on the DNA, there is synthesis of RNA. Based on this RNA, there is synthesis of protein. This is a transcription. This is a translation. Transcription is followed by translation. Yes, yes. What is another name of mRNA? hnRNA. I will tell you here. hnRNA, heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Okay? See here, by transcription there is formation of RNA molecule. That RNA molecule is then translated into protein. So once RNA is made from DNA means then the function of RNA is to involve in protein synthesis or translation. But the RNA what is made from DNA is not readily involving in translation. So here that RNA which is made from DNA, freshly made RNA is called primary transcript. Freshly made RNA from DNA is called what? This primary transcript. Okay, this primary transcript, usually mRNA is there, that mRNA is only involving in translation. The main RNA which is involving in translation is mRNA. tRNA, rRNA will also involve, but tRNA, rRNA, they have another function. Like tRNA is responsible for transfer of amino acids, rRNA is responsible for forming ribosomes. Okay, anyway, that primary transcript. Okay, here the primary transcript, what is that primary transcript? Primary transcript is majorly RNA. The primary transcript which is produced by RNA polymerase 2. Primary transcript which is made from this primary RNA polymerase 2 is called hnRNA. hnRNA stands for heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Heterogeneous nuclear RNA. That heterogeneous nuclear RNA is not readily involving in translation. It is not ready to involve in the translation. See here, this heterogeneous nuclear RNA which is produced here, this undergoes some changes. So, hnRNA undergoes modifications to become active in translation. So, hnRNA is not readily involving in translation. So, once hnRNA is formed, that hnRNA is undergoing some modifications. With the help of that modification, then hnRNA is involving in the translation. See, the modifications are involving. Once a primary transcript is formed, then with the help of that modification, hnRNA is converting into a mature mRNA molecule. A matured mRNA molecule is formed. This matured mRNA molecule will involve in translation mechanism. Okay. Here the modifications what are changing place? They are called as post-transcriptional changes. Okay. Modifications of RNA are called as post-transcriptional changes. Post-transcriptional, post means after. After transcription there are changes taking place, they are called as post-transcriptional changes. With the help of that post-transcriptional changes, the heterogeneous nuclear RNA which is produced here, it will be matured into active form. The active form of RNA will then involve in translation process. Okay, just 5 minutes, I will complete that. Is it copied? Is the copying complete? Yes. Yeah, completed. Yeah, what is doubt? Doubts came. Is RNA primary transcript? Is RNA prokaryotic and eukaryotic same? No. What is the other name of mRNA? hnRNA that I told you. Yeah, G for Harani. Is RNA prokaryotic and eukaryotic same? Yeah, RNA structure is same in prokaryotes and eukaryotes. But in prokaryotes, I told you there is what? Polycystonic RNA is produced in prokaryotes, but in eukaryotes, monocystonic RNA is produced in prokaryotes. Structure of RNA is same in both prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay. Structure of both prokaryotic and eukaryotic RNA is same, but in prokaryotes, RNA is polycystonic, but in eukaryotes it is monocystonic. What is the name of mRNA that I told you? Is RNA of, yeah, that is only. Is hnRNA is primary transcript? Yes. hnRNA is primary transcript. Primary transcript means, question, doubt. Primary transcript means the freshly formed RNA from DNA by transcription. DNA is undergoing transcription and there is formation of a fresh mRNA. That fresh mRNA, what is formed here is primary transcript. hnRNA is primary transcript. Sir, explain once again. Yeah. Here, normally, I will explain that point once again. Why mRNA is not empty RNA? Mitochondrial RNA. Wow, what a doubt. Mitochondrial RNA means you can write MT. M means messenger here, not mitochondria. Not mitochondria, it is messenger. Yeah, last point I will explain. Wait. Yeah, Olga, for you only I will wait, I will explain. See here, what I told you, when transcription takes place, by transcription there is a formation of a RNA molecule. A RNA molecule, one RNA molecule is made from DNA by transcription. Okay? But if mRNA, in eukaryotes especially, hnRNA will be forming. In prokaryotes also there is formation of a RNA molecule, but that RNA molecule is not readily involving in the translation process. RNA molecules which are formed in translation is not readily involving, which are formed in transcription, they are not readily involving in translation. To involve in translation, RNA molecules which are made from DNA, they have to undergo some changes. Modifications are taking place. That modifications what are taking place in RNA after transcription from DNA, that modifications we are calling this as post-transcriptional modification. That post-transcriptional modifications one by one. First one is splicing. Splicing means breakdown. Here a long primary transcript will be there. A long primary transcript. This is a single stranded RNA molecule. This primary transcript has many units again. A long RNA molecule is formed. In this long RNA molecule, if there is a presence of more segments of RNA, like here, one mRNA is there, one tRNA molecule is there, one rRNA molecule is there. Many RNA molecules may be combined in the primary transcript. That will be broken down or cleaved or spliced by the action of an enzyme called spliceosome. Spliceosome complex is the group of RNA breakdown enzymes which are causing breakdown of this RNA, rRNA, like that many RNA molecules are there, all are getting separated. Upon splicing, this rRNA molecule will get separated, that will combine with one ribosome. mRNA molecule, that mRNA molecule which has a 5' to 3', that may be taken for protein synthesis. This is maturation. rRNA is there, one more rRNA molecule will get separate and it will combine with proteins to form ribosome. Ribosomes are formed with the rRNA. One tRNA is there means the tRNA molecule, Cloverleaf model will be there now. That tRNA will also be getting separated. So this is a tRNA, this is one mRNA, this is ribosomal RNA, one more mRNA is there means 5' to 3', one more mRNA. So from the primary transcript what is formed from the DNA, that is undergoing breakdown. With the help of that breakdown, there is separation of individual RNA. That mRNA, tRNA or rRNA molecules may be getting separated from the primary transcript. This is called splicing mediated by spliceosome. Just write this, no sentences are needed. Second one is tailing. Tailing. What is tailing means? To mRNA, there is addition of poly A tail. more adenines will be added at 3' OH group. To the 3' OH group of this mRNA, there is addition of poly A tail. Tailing is done means mRNA length, I mean more number of adenines, even hundreds of adenines will be added. One mRNA molecule is formed, to that mRNA molecule there is addition of more number of adenines at 3' hydroxyl end. That is called as a tail, polyadenine tail. So more number of adenosine monophosphates will be added. This addition of more number of adenines is called as a tailing, and this is called as a poly A tail. And third one is 5' capping. There is addition of 7-methyl guanosyl at 5' end to mRNA. This mRNA is getting separated. To this mRNA molecule, there is addition of 5' cap. This is 5' end, this is 3' end means after capping this, there is addition of a cap at 5' end. This is called capping. Here splicing is done. Why splicing is done means to separate individual types of RNAs. Here tailing and capping are there na. This tailing and capping are done to mRNA molecules. Why? Because where this transcription is taking place? Where is the transcription taking place? Transcription is taking place inside the nucleus. Then RNA is formed. Inside the nucleus there is a transcription. But this RNA next involves in translation. Where do RNA translation takes place at which place? Translation takes place in ribosomes. Ribosomes are present outside the nucleus. As ribosomes are present outside the nucleus, that RNA which is formed inside the nucleus will be transported to the ribosomes. Inside the nucleus RNA is formed, ribosomes are present outside the nucleus, so RNA which is formed inside the nucleus will be carried to the ribosomes. That carrying or transport, that carrying, no, not tRNA. tRNA is not carrying this mRNA. tRNA is carrying only amino acids. The transfer of this mRNA from inside the nucleus to ribosomes is facilitated by 5' capping and 3' tailing. Okay, that transport, how transport is taking place is a doubt. That nucleus is there now, nucleus pore is there. Surrounding the nucleus there are many pores. Nuclear pores are there now, small hole-like structures. Porine proteins, nuclear pore complex is there. Through that nuclear pore complexes or through the pores which are present on nucleus, there is addition, there is a transport. What is poly A tail? 100 to 200 adenines are added at 3' hydroxyl group of mRNA, that is poly A tail. This poly A tail will give stability for moving RNA, that is poly A tail. 5' capping which gives movement. So the transport of RNA from nucleus to the ribosomes is facilitated by this capping and this tailing. Okay, these are post-transcriptional modifications and few more changes. Post-transcriptional modifications are processing of this RNA. See D is 5' phosphate of tRNA is made. In tRNA, the 5' phosphate group is prepared. That means by breaking some nucleotide, 5' phosphate group of tRNA is made. That is one post-transcriptional modification. That is enough. And CCA end is added to 3' OH of tRNA. tRNA has different arms. In the different arms, here 5' phosphate is there, here 3', it has a CCA-OH group. At 3' end, CCA group is created, which is a post-transcriptional modification, and modified nitrogen bases are made. Modified nitrogen bases are made. Nitrogen bases are modified. In tRNA, there is presence of some modified nitrogen bases. What are that modified nitrogen bases mean? Example, dihydrouracil, and pseudouracil. In tRNA structure, you might study. tRNA has anticodon arm, acceptor arm, DHU arm, variable arm, T-Psi-C arm. What is that T-Psi-C? There is a T-Psi-C. Psi means there pseudouracil. There is presence of a modified nitrogen base. Modified nitrogen base called Psi. As modified nitrogen base pseudouracil is present. Pseudo means, pseudo means wrong, different, false. So there is presence of another false uracil, pseudouracil is present. So uracil is modified to pseudouracil, that is present in tRNA, that is made by these changes only. Uracil is modified to dihydrouracil. Uracil bound with 2 hydrogens. Normal uracil is added with 2 more hydrogens. That is called as a dihydrouracil. This dihydrouracil and pseudouracil are made. Normal uracil is modified into dihydrouracil and pseudouracil. That is one modified nitrogen base. Here, what is CCA means? Normally tRNA structure has here 5' phosphate will be there. tRNA, this is what? Acceptor arm. At acceptor arm, at the end there is presence of a particular 3 nucleotides. Cytosine, adenine. An acceptor arm of tRNA must and should possess. Each and every tRNA has cytosine, adenine, followed by 3' OH group. So at 3' end there is presence of cytosine, adenine sequence. That is CCA end. Every tRNA at 3' end has cytosine, adenine. This is DHU. DHU means dihydrouracil. This is anticodon arm. This is T-Psi-C arm. Here there is presence of dihydrouracil. Here there is presence of pseudouracil. So normal uracil is modified into dihydrouracil or pseudouracil. That is post-transcriptional modification. So with the help of all these post-transcriptional modifications, the RNAs, either tRNA or rRNA or mRNA which are formed, they are undergoing changes and they become ready to involve in translation. So 3 types of RNAs are formed here. 3 types of RNA molecules are ready to involve in translation. We will see mechanism of translation in next class. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can post your doubts, I will clarify. Post your doubts means for that also okay sir. What okay sir? Please explain last diagram. This is already we studied under biomolecules everywhere. This is the structure of tRNA. tRNA has 5 arms. One is acceptor arm, anticodon arm, DHU dihydrouracil arm, T-Psi-C arm, one variable arm. This acceptor arm has one 5' phosphate end, one 3' CCA-OH end. Cytosine, adenine are present. And there is presence of dihydrouracil and pseudouracil in tRNA. Sir, when will you upload? Yeah, in previous class recording and today class recording, I will upload by today evening, Ra. By today evening, I will upload in Google Drive both classes. Capping. 5' phosphate is there, na? In the place of 5' phosphate, there is addition of a group called as 7-methyl guanosine. That 7-methyl guanosine is added means then it will give movement to the RNA molecule to move from the nucleus to ribosome. From the nucleus to ribosomes, movement of RNA is given by 5' cap, which is 7-methyl guanosine added at 5' end of RNA, especially mRNA. Okay? Any more doubts? Then uracil will become, pseudo-uracil, dihydrouracil. That modification, chemical modification is not required. Just what is modification taking place, that is enough. If we need to go how uracil is converting into dihydrouracil means, then we need to draw structure for that hydrogenation mechanism, breaking of hydrogen bonds, that we need to go in chemistry. That is not needed here. Yeah, okay, done. Any more doubts? tRNA, function of tRNA we will see in next class. tRNA function in next classes. When we go for a translation, there I will explain function of tRNA and everything. WPT portion, Friday I will give. Based on the syllabus completion on Friday, that I will announce. Yeah, very hungry, huh? Yeah, I am also getting hungry. Okay, then take care, bye. Actually, who is that Harini? Actually, I will end the meeting by time. But due to disturbances, 2 times I got disturbances, so meeting was delayed. So I took 15 minutes extra due to network error. That is not my problem.